Do you guys know how deep the ocean is?
Yeah, well, Billy, we'll get into it. That's a great intro. Avery, use that as a start of the show.
I will.
Today, this is Macrodosing. Welcome back. This is episode number 4.
I say 5.
We made
it's
4?
Oh, well, there's a secret episode that
Secret
we
episode.
don't want to tell
We
anyone.
haven't let out yet. That's the one where we really get into this shit.
No, yeah.
But yeah, we're back. Very excited to be back. We got Arian in studio today. Arian is up in New York. We're trying to convince him to do this trip at least once a month where he comes up here so we can record in
Annually is yearly. What is monthly called?
person.
Monthly.
Just monthly?
Monthly. Yeah, I think he nailed
There's
it.
no cool word for monthly?
Similarly? What? Periods.
Exactly.
Lunarly.
Lunarly.
Yeah.
In one,
Is that really
every cycle of a full moon cycle, you need to make the trip.
Lunarly.
Every time Arian comes up here, Billy gets his period. And they link up like sorority sisters, howling at the moon. We also got Coley. Coley's joining us on Zoom right now. Coley, how are you doing?
You don't want me to come once a month?
I want you to come all. I want to make you come every day, Coley. Can you?
That's too. I don't have enough time for that.
Yeah, your dad.
Daily comes. Come on.
Yeah, in this economy. But we no, Coley. We want you to get
orgasm.
we want you to get in the office as much as you can make it here. I think it's better if we're all in the same room together. But it's a pleasure to have you. And obviously, we got Big T over here. Big T's going to be helping us out with an ad read right off the top. This podcast is actually sponsored. So that's a great way to put it. Macrodosing, actually sponsored.
TM.
So
We out here.
a lot of people listen to this podcast and they like to, a lot of deep thinkers out there. A lot of times people that spend a lot of time cerebrally might struggle with some of those deep thoughts that they have. And Big T wants to talk to you guys about today's presenting sponsor that might help you guys out.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to talk to you guys from our friends at BetterHelp. All right, guys, we're going to get serious for a second. The last year's been hard on a lot of people, and that's why we're doing something new and partnering with our new sponsor, BetterHelp Online Therapy. At Barstool, we love and appreciate all of you guys. Without you, we don't get to do this every day, so once in a while, we try to bring you something good. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's for somebody else. There's a misunderstanding about what therapy is out there. It can be whatever you want it to be. I've been to therapy before. I don't know about you guys.
I went to therapy. Somebody in my family passed away a few years ago, was feeling sad about it, went to therapy. It helped.
Yeah. And, like we live in New York up here. Like I don't have any friends or family up here, so sometimes that's good to do. A lot of people battle with their temper, stress, depression, anxiety, PTSD. The list goes on, all sorts of stuff. So our friends at BetterHelp can definitely get you some help with that. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Join the millions of people who are seeing what therapy is really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself because you are your greatest asset. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/dose. That's BetterHelp.com/dose.
Use that URL. Use that promo. If you've been thinking about getting therapy, now's a great time to try. They make it very easy at BetterHelp. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring the show. Off the top, before we get into the ocean, and there's a lot of stuff to get into in the ocean.
There's more stuff than we can actually get into in the ocean.
Of course, yeah. Like we only have like an hour and a half to do this, but it's actually like really fascinating when somebody just brought up the ocean as a potential topic for one of these episodes. It's a little different from some of the ones we've done in the past, but like the ocean, man, whoa.
It's not okay.
It's not. The ocean is fucked up.
So
It's cool.
for just as a preface, me and Big T don't disagree. I mean, we don't agree on a lot of things, right? Politically, socially, whoop-de-whoop. But the ocean, that's my guy.
I think you and we've had some very interesting conversations in the short time we've known each other. I think if you and I agree this strongly on anything, it's a set in stone fact.
It's possible that we can be friends in the outside world.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Building bridges.
I don't fuck with the ocean. He don't fuck with the ocean.
Not even a little bit.
But we got Billy Ocean here.
Billy loves the ocean. I love the ocean.
Billy, I need a stone cold hard fact. Fuck with me.
The ocean covers 71% of the Earth's surface.
That's right. And then 29% is covered by Smoot. That's what Fred Smoot used to say back in the day.
Or Dion.
Or Dion. Dion probably said it, and then Smoot was like, Smoot thought that he invented it.
He jacked it.
Yeah, he jacked it. Coley, what are your thoughts on the ocean?
I'm not a big fan.
Love that.
All right. Well, this is
Honestly,
going to be
man.
contingent.
What?
Me and Billy are Team Ocean. That's fine. We'll take on
You
the
fuck
world.
with the ocean?
I love the ocean.
Wow.
I love the ocean. And we can get into
You
this.
salty motherfucker.
We can get into this in a
Well,
second.
can we?
Yeah.
I was just going to say we're going to have a lot of facts and different stories later on. I just want to start with like why. What do you love about the ocean? Because to me,
I like that. What you don't like, what you do like,
So-
what I don't like, what you do like, because you are dressed like the ocean right now. It's
so
really
to
weird.
me, the ocean doesn't seem to offer many positives, and it does offer a plethora of negatives.
Agreed.
You step into the ocean, and there is a real chance that you step on something that could bite your foot off.
1000%.
What do you mean? Define real chance, because I've
I
been
mean,
in the
there's-
ocean many times, and I currently have both feet.
I've seen a shark. I have seen a shark in Daytona Beach, Florida. Saw it like swimming 10 feet off the shore.
Okay.
Seen a shark.
I saw. All right. So
Instead I have both feet.
Big T's like, I saw a shark once.
Yes.
That's why
Okay,
the ocean
but
sucks.
listen-
That's enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's perfectly valid to be that. That should be. I stopped fucking with the ocean long before that.
Yeah.
But that was. I mean, that should be enough validation for anybody. You see one shark, you shouldn't get in the ocean again.
Okay. Counterpoint. The ocean has waves, which are fun to play in.
Okay, wave pool, water park.
Wave pool. Oh yeah.
Ten
That's
times
safe.
bigger.
Yeah,
way
wait,
cooler.
Big T's out here making a public health argument against the ocean, but he's saying,
It's
tell
not-
you what, go hang out in a wave pool with
been in a wave-
500 other people that are all peeing on each other.
I've been
with
in a
cement
wave pool
walls that you get tossed.
You're in
into.
a sterile.
dozens of times.
You're in the sterile. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Go ahead, fam.
Yeah, Coley. Comments.
About urine or the ocean sharks? I got sharks pulled up right here, PFT. Pretty much all shark attacks happen between 6 to 10 feet of like leaving the shore, which is where you're hanging out more than likely. So you're in prime shark attack zone.
Wait, but those aren't the,
wait.
Those aren't the big, like the bad ones. That's like little nips from hammerhead sharks.
Sand shark.
Listen, I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
okay with
let's
listen,
have you go get bit by a
Listen,
hammerhead shark.
listen,
then.
Okay, no, hammerhead sharks.
Imagine having a tooth on you from a shark. Talking about nips,
No.
fam. What are you talking
Dude,
about?
Let's go
hammerhead
get you bit by
sharks-
a shark then.
Let's set the precedent,
Okay,
bro.
no, you-
Hold on. Before we start this whole ocean shit, we don't belong in the water, dog.
That's a great
We are
point.
land dwelling mammals.
Yep.
Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
Imagine you at the taco shop and a shark come up, like, "What's up, family?" And you like, "Why are you here?" And you be like, "I'm getting a taco." No, he don't belong there. We don't belong there. And it's not a nip. He's
Yeah.
trying to eat you.
No,
Like, what the
hammerhead
fuck?
sharks
So-
only eat like mollusks and small like shellfish. They
That's a
don't.
fact.
They don't have big mouths like
They-
actually.
bro.
Like great white sharks. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. If you're surfing in
White
great white
sharks.
waters,
Hear that, Big T?
But Billy, when it comes to a hammerhead, I don't think that's the wrong shark that you could have
But
picked
that's-
to
no,
illustrate
but
your
that's the
point.
one.
Because it
Nurse
doesn't kill
shark.
people, but it's the most ferocious looking of the sharks. And it's like I would rather get bit by a bigger shark, like a mako or a bull shark, than a hammerhead, because that shit's scary. Like the fucking hammerhead shark.
There's no shark that is appealing for me to get bit by.
No, I mean obviously
one.
I don't want to get bit by a shark.
if I had to be bit by a shark, I'd choose a hammerhead because it wouldn't. Yeah, 100%.
What the fuck? Why
I
are
cho-
y'all
I-
choosing what shark?
I
to
choose
get
a
bit
whale
by?
shark. Just gum you up real good.
Oh, yeah, whale sharks are cute.
They're cute.
They're-
Billy says
Very
whale sharks are
cute.
Y'all are
I'm
out of your mind.
But-
I'm gonna drink this.
Okay, so here's the thing. The ocean, yes, there's a small danger of shark attack.
Small. He said small.
It's a very small danger. Like hardly anybody dies from sharks. The media loves to talk about every summer since 1975 has been the summer of the shark.
Can you pull that up?
Once they realize
Shark attack
that
percentages.
you could call
is
something
bullshit.
the summer of a shark and scare people and make people watch TVs and buy newspapers. They started just hammering that point home. Shark attacks, the danger posed by sharks is minimal at best. And also, I'm including the beach in my entire summary of why I like the ocean. The beach is awesome. I love laying out on the sand. I love the whole
Beach is
vibe.
trash.
I love putting a bumper sticker on my car from a beach that I visit once a year
So
and
trash.
act like I pretty much live there.
30A.
OBX, yeah.
30A is the big one. Like I guess Outer Banks, like in Virginia. Like
Milepost 0.
Gotta
and
do
Key
my
West.
counterpoint.
I
Yep.
got you, Arian. Hold on. You want this number?
Give me the number.
The person's chance of getting attacked by a shark is 1 in 11.5 million.
That's enough for me not
A
to
person's
get
chance of getting killed by a shark is less than 1 in 264.1 million. The shark bites have the lowest fatality rate with around 4% of those bitten dying.
Sharks are
You're
trash.
more likely going to die from a deer.
I want to touch
Yeah,
on something
100%.
that you said though. You were like,
Give me the deer stance.
Oh,
Fuck,
dude.
Billy Ocean.
Deers,
Fuck
bro.
right now.
Car
Bro,
accidents with deers, man.
Billy's right.
No, watch out for deers.
Just give me the facts. If Billy Ocean right, he right. I just need to hear him out.
Deers will
I need to hear him out. Okay.
Deers will fuck
a
you
deer
up.
through the windshield
Yeah.
while you're driving.
while he looks at that, I just
Are you
wanna-
telling me more niggas die from deers than sharks?
yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm willing to concede that. I just need the facts. I need that fact.
You said that how much you love the beach, right? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, the beach is awesome. I love
Beach is
bumper sticker,
trash,
all that.
dog.
Well, no, I'm gonna disagree with you there. The beach is cool, but you can go, you can enjoy everything about the beach and never touch the ocean. I said this on
That's
the last show. I went with my family this summer to Clearwater. Enjoyed the hell out of it. Awesome week. Go to seafood, enjoy the beach town, the salty air, whole deal. Never touch the ocean.
I think I'm anti-water, bro.
Counter to the beach.
Talk to me.
It ruined Robert Edwards' career when he twisted his knee up at the Pro Bowl out in Hawaii. Fuck the beach.
Who is Robert Edwards?
He was running back out of Georgia. He was Patriots rookie. He was a monster. He was one of the best running backs. Ever seen.
What year?
This was like right after Curtis Martin. So like 98 around then.
Oh, I was still on welfare. So
Yeah.
Alright.
Pretty good.
I
Yeah.
hadn't been born.
Yeah. Billy was still a sperm.
hadn't been born.
Billy
was
Billy Ocean was still swimming in the nutsack.
Yeah. So all right, we're not going to agree on whether or not we like the ocean. I will concede the point that like the best part about the beach is not in
All right,
the
tell
ocean.
me. Okay, hear me out this though.
It's ocean adjacent. It's being in the beach towns. It's being on the beach. It's
Okay,
getting
hear
the sun,
me with this
relaxing.
though. Hear me with this though. Tell me that you enjoy when subsequently your beach day is done.
Mhm.
And you have to get in the shower, and you got all the sand and the salt and that shit is the
Yeah.
most annoying shit in the world.
I actually really enjoy the post beach shower.
That's
provided,
wild. What?
listen, if it's an outdoor shower, that's what's the best about beach houses. You get one of those outdoor showers that's like closed in.
I think it's
and
a cultural thing.
You're
It's a
looking up
cultural
at the
thing.
sky and it's fine. Like you don't.
1,000%.
Yeah, you don't
I
have to
agree.
worry
It's
about
cultural.
getting like fully sandless because you're just going to go out to a bar called like Rockin' Reefs or something later on
Like
that
sand
night
all in
and
your
listen
booty,
to a
sand in the
acoustic
crack.
cover band.
Sand on your balls.
Sand in the crack is a tough one. I don't have a counter argument to that. I don't enjoy sand in the crack, but it's a cost of doing business if
Washing-
you're going to live the beach lifestyle.
Washing sand off your feet with a high-powered hose is fun. I
But it's
enjoy
fun.
that.
All
That's rich people beaches where they got high-powered water faucets.
Hey, but you know what? All life came from the ocean.
That's true. That's
do-
that's a great point,
Allegedly.
though. That's
If you are a fundamentalist Christian,
no. All
No.
life like evolution.
Yeah.
So it's
I
fascinating.
believe in evolution.
Yeah. So
Big
this
T might not. though.
No, but all life came from the ocean.
I
Yes,
agree. I'm saying if
Okay.
you're a fundamentalist Christian, you do not agree with that.
So, Arian, I'll give you these numbers. According to the average annual deaths by animals in the United States, you are 120 times more likely to die by a deer, 58 more times likely to die by a bee, 28 times more likely to die by a dog, 20 times more likely to die by a cow. There are more black widow spider deaths in the United States annually than a shark death.
Well, Avery, let me tell you this. Fuck you.
That's fair.
I don't fuck with oceans. I don't fuck with dogs. I don't fuck with spiders. I don't fuck with deers. I don't fuck with none of the shit you mentioned. So I'll be straight.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, I think this speaks, I think the ocean thing is just part of my person. I'm terrified of bees, spiders. We had a, one year when I lived in Tennessee, there was a brown recluse, outbreak. And we set these glue traps in
You
our
know the
house, and
name
you'd
of the
find
spider.
like
That's
3 of
great.
them. Well, that's like one of the craziest ones.
When
Like,
you
they'll fuck
find
you
the
up.
projects though, it's like you don't know the name of the shits that you looking at. You just like, yo, that fucking thing is not supposed to be here.
I'm kind of down with dangerous animals.
Yeah,
Personally.
Billy lives
you
on
look
the edge.
like it, man.
I got bit by a bunch of brown recluse spiders one time.
Oh,
True fact.
How was that?
It sucked. I got bit on like my chest, on my arm, on my head. So my dad one time he was like,
I
"Okay,
can't wait for this documentary.
this
This
is
PFT documentary is gonna be cracking.
I mean, this is a stupid story. My dad was like, "Hey, we don't have any firewood whatsoever for our house." And I was like, "Dad, we live like there's a Walmart that's like 10-minute drive. I'll go buy you some." And he instead had a bunch of wood dropped off at our house. He rented a wood splitter, and then he made me just chop up all the logs for the fireplace. That's where brown recluse spiders hang out. turns out I got bit by a bunch of them. And then I just had to take antibiotics. It was my senior year in college. I had to take like a bunch of antibiotics to clear up all the bites that I had on my body for like, I don't know, 2 weeks. Sucked. It was not fun. Don't recommend it to anybody.
A fun tidbit about antibiotics.
Mm-hmm.
We are taking them so much that they are anticipating a superbug.
Yep.
There's
That Billy Ocean.
sorry.
Hold on, cuz. God damn, I didn't even get to finish my sentence, family. They are anticipating a superbug that transcends all of our antibiotics because we take them so much. So all the people that was like, me and COVID came out of COVID isn't real, COVID voodoo, fuck all that. There's something that's probably gonna come bigger than that because we take antibiotics so much.
Yeah. So they tell you also like finish your antibiotics when you ever get put on them. And I always thought like whenever whatever I have is done, then I stop taking them. But you have to finish the entire dose to kill everything that's inside you. Because if you stop taking the medicine, the small amounts of whatever you have that's left in your body are going to be like, we know how to beat the antibiotic now. Yep. We will have given the game plan. It's like it's tough to beat Bill Belichick twice in a year, right, Coley? That's exactly what happens inside your body when you don't take your full course of antibiotics. But Billy, what were you going to say?
So I had to share this. There's a super gonorrhea that's happened because in colleges they prescribe the antibiotics so much.
Billy!
Yeah.
Who you fucking?
No, this is if they actually named the strain after Charleston because of all the colleges
South
in
Carolina.
Charleston. Yeah. And because it was such a huge
Not
hub.
going down south to fuck, bro.
Yeah. So like too much
Yeah.
antibiotics being
That's
prescribed by
factual. That's
school. Yeah.
Are y'all comfortable with sharing the STDs that you have acquired over the years?
I think I'm clean.
Zero.
You've never had one STD.
I don't think so.
Amazing. What about you,
Yeah.
Big T?
Zero as
Zero.
far
What
as
about
I
you?
as far as
Okay,
I'm
so
aware.
I've had two.
Mm-hmm. Go off.
They went away. I'm good. I'm clean now, ladies. My first one was gonorrhea. It was terrifying because I didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I peed blood. It was weird as shit. And I went to the doctor and he was like, "Oh, you got gonorrhea." I was like, "I bet." Back then it was a 7-day pill.
Mm-hmm.
Like you took a pill every day and 7 days it's gone. When I was in college, I got crabs, bro.
Ooh.
Okay, so here's the interesting thing about crabs.
Ocean.
We're gonna have a segue in a second.
Yep.
The interesting thing about crabs is like you think it's like, oh, it's just like a colloquial term that they use. No, you can see them motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're actually crabs. And it fucked me up because the girl I got it from, I know exactly who I got it from. I won't say her name. Smart. But she was gorgeous. She was beautiful.
Was it worth it?
Yes.
Okay.
One time I got
1,000% because it goes away. Like they give you the cream, it goes away in like a day or two. Like we get money. Like so, I'm currently STD free.
Good.
But if you find yourself in a situation where you have an STD, I don't think STD shaming is okay.
No, it happens.
It
It's
happens,
part of life.
Bro. It happens, bro. Like I didn't want crabs. I had a condom on. I did safe sex. It wasn't. I wasn't out here reckless.
Yep.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, I'm glad that we're getting rid of the stigma. Yeah, Billy?
Also, we got to raise awareness for scabies. I got scabies one summer working drainage, and I was digging a. I got rid of the scabies, but like you get them in the woods, like
I didn't
you're
know,
digging
nigga,
a big
you
hole.
You started talking about.
No, but no one knows. And then scabies, like some people have them for 20 years and have no idea.
Billy, I'm gonna amplify your point by asking. I don't know what scabies.
You got
is.
scabies too?
Oh
No, I don't know what.
Well,
he's saying we need to raise awareness. We do because I
they're
don't know what that is.
They're mites. They bite your.
Nigga got
ankles.
termites on his balls.
Look, I got scars from them.
You still got it, girl.
No, I don't.
Why you
There's
gonna
scars.
put me by Billy, bro?
There's scars.
Isn't that like an old like
Billy scabies? What the
disease?
fuck?
What? No, that's
Move,
scurvy.
man.
That's
Hey,
scurvy.
Yeah, that's
But we
the line.
probably should get
Need
back
some
to
orange
scurvy
juice,
at some
cuz. We
point.
need some vitamin C on you, cuz.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
put your
I got
arm on
rid
the
of
other
it.
side of the mic, fam.
Dude, you.
I like it.
Don't trust you
we
anymore.
got the yin and the yang over here. We got Arian essentially had scabies of the balls.
I didn't.
And then Billy
Yeah,
had
yeah,
scabies
100%.
of his hand.
I was 19, cuz.
Did you jerk Arian off? Is that how you got the
34?
scabies on your wrist?
No, it's over. I'm 34. This
No,
shit
but
is
if you
done.
get little red dots on your wrists and ankles, check them out. Get
You
rid
got
of
it.
scabies.
Thank you, Billy.
You know what? I can't believe I dapped
If you
up.
saw me itching, Like,
You just itched.
no, but that's like people when
What
they're
the fuck
itching.
are you wearing, dog? Listen, Billy got on some like North Carolina blue pants with a yellow stripe down the middle. He got the Yettas on, which are Timberlands, green socks, a red shirt, and a
One yellow sock too. I think he's going.
He got
Well,
another
they're-
yellow.
they're-
He got a polo, like a fish pattern. It looked like a Mario level.
I
in
think you.
1998.
I think you look great, Billy.
Thank you.
I think you look.
You know, I really
Wow.
tried.
Real
Great.
quick.
all cap.
Real quick.
All
Arian
cap.
said, I can't believe I dapped you up. How was we dapped up again today?
You did that
how,
shit.
How was it?
You got it on film.
I
Yeah,
got. I
PFT
felt
film.
because I knew I was going to get something really good or really bad. There's no middle ground whatsoever, and I knew.
We need
I
to
knew
film. We need to film.
because I know Big T a little bit. That he's been thinking about this all week. He's been thinking about the last handshake that he gave you, and like so he's been sweating. He's
So-
been waking up at night thinking about like how I'm gonna. He's probably practiced on himself.
So you want to know some shit?
Yeah.
Arian and
Talk
I
to me.
left at the same time.
Yep.
And it happened again
We practiced.
at downstairs.
We practiced.
I fucked it up again. He went in for like a handshake and I went for a fist bump. And I was like, this is literally not happening.
But I coached you.
again.
I said, listen, fam. I pulled you aside, and I feel like all my black brothers out there. If you got white friends, coach him up. Coach him up. Say, listen. This is how you do it. If you go here. This is the angle you want to take. Don't be afraid. This is what it is.
Yep.
That's how we go about it. And I feel bro, you capitalize off the situation. Proud of you, fam.
I appreciate that.
Proud of
I
you.
thought it was a pretty good one.
I
today.
got two Republican friends. You one of them. Fam.
I appreciate the hell out of
Whoop
that.
whoop, fam.
he rose to the moment. Yeah,
did,
we'll
he
put
did.
that. We'll put that up as a social clip. So if you guys are
Yeah,
listening to this,
you got the footage.
I got the video
You got the footage.
and the smile on his face. It wasn't so much a smile right after he knew he just like looked at the camera. He was like,
Well, I turned.
Mhm.
I didn't
I
know he
did
was
that
filming.
shit.
I didn't know he was filming, and I turned. I saw he had his phone just like
yeah,
this.
Yeah.
and you
You
nailed
did
it.
that shit.
All right, let's jump into the ocean. Let's do it. We danced around a little bit, but there's some fascinating shit going on under the sea. And Billy did a great job putting together a bunch of sheets for us here that we can kind of discuss a little
Before
bit.
we go, Billy, you're so diligent,
Yeah.
and I just want to say I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
All right,
I
enough of
appreciate
you.
you
Fuck.
too.
Go ahead.
All right. So Billy, let's let Billy start. Billy, I want you to start off with what you think is the most fascinating part of the ocean.
Well, to sort of introduce the topic, we've only explored 7% of the ocean. We've done way more exploration on the moon, and we know honestly more about our solar system than we do about the ocean from a macro level. And
Macrodosing.
yeah. And the ocean's deepest known depth is 3,600 feet deep, which is 7 miles. So the deepest part of the ocean is in the Mariana Trench
Mariana Trench.
in the Pacific. And
Great band.
it is
Can anybody
So deep.
answer this? Can you answer this? Can you
Mhm.
answer why we name different parts of the water different names?
I think that's the
From the-
name of the actual like ditch that's out there. It's
Yeah.
not the water that's in the ditch.
I'm talking about like okay, no, I
Challenger
know,
Deep
I know
is what it's
the
called.
Mariana Trench, right? That's the deepest part of the ocean. I'm talking about Pacific, Atlantic, Indian.
Oh.
Like how and why do we differentiate the oceans? Like what line do we draw? What is
the
point?
currents. I actually took oceanography.
There you go.
College.
Fucking
Yeah.
Billy Ocean.
There we go. Look,
Go ahead. Talk to me, Billy.
No,
Ocean.
so the Atlantic Ocean is named after Atlantis because that's where the ancient Greeks and the ancient civilizations thought
White
Atlanta
people,
was.
white
Yes,
people.
but also here on this
No,
map.
Greece is white people.
What about
Turkish,
Libya?
Turkish people.
Anyway,
Yeah, almost
Libya.
white people.
and then the Mediterranean Ocean is
It's a sea.
a sea actually.
Yeah.
True.
What'd you get in oceanography? Billy?
No.
He might have got a C.
True. I was just thinking no, but
C plus.
Indian Ocean was named after the Indies, which they thought, when they went west that they ended up in India.
Billy, it sounds like
Columbus, yeah.
bullshit.
Columbus thought that he was in India when he went west.
Columbus was the asshole.
He was an idiot. He
Yeah.
thought he was in India.
Do you think that like back in the day when they just, if you were born in Spain in the year, I don't know, 1100, 1200, you only had the one ocean. There was like one body of like the big body of water. What's the point in naming that ocean? Like you're almost giving away that that there will be another one that you'll have to name down the line. Like I would just call it the ocean if I was in Spain.
Well, like naval navigation, we take for granted nowadays, but like they need to know everything because of currents, because of depths of the ocean. So there's a big difference between, the Atlantic and the Mediterranean, even visually. So, The first step for humans, like traversing the ocean, was a huge step for having mankind connected all for the first time ever.
Yeah. So we've explored 7% of the ocean, the top 7%, it sounds like, for the most part, right? And then 7 miles deep at the deepest point. That's about the exact same height as Mount Everest. That's a big time whoa. Is Atlantis like, is it real? Because I feel like every 2 years somebody's like, we may have discovered Atlantis.
So this is what I put together. There are several underwater structures called unidentified submerged objects, as opposed to flying
Hold on,
objects.
before you get into the crux of it, do you believe Atlantis is a real city and a structure?
It's a mythical foreign place that was talked about by several philosophers.
Right. So, but you don't think so?
Plato. Well, I was there a civilization that existed on a piece of land that was then submerged in water because of, earthquake activity or whatnot? Maybe.
Sure. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an actual city underground where people lived and congregated underwater.
Underwater?
Yeah.
I don't think any human, not a human
What about you?
city.
I know. I think I'm with Billy on this one. I don't think that would be lit though. Like I would go there.
Super.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what we're getting to is the bigger question. Big T, hold on. Let me get your, do you feel like that?
Yeah, no, I'm out on that.
Bet. I mean, you're a Jesus guy. So, all right. So, with the bigger question that we get into is, was there or was there not mermaids?
You want to just jump right into mermaids?
We are in the ocean.
No, okay. So here's my,
Because it's a big deal.
I've
It's
thought
not-
about this.
Okay.
I've thought about
All right.
mermaids
All
before
right.
because
All right.
mermaids, they're one of those things that they get talked about a lot. Like every seafaring culture has their own story about mermaids. Just kind of like every culture has their own story about a flood that happened. It's like something that's common that everybody talks about. Mermaids, I'm 100% sure, are just a product of every culture having people on a boat that stay on a boat for too long and get too horny.
Yes.
And they're like, at this point, I would fuck a fish. And then they start imagining like, yo, see that fish we just caught? What if that fish had tits? And then their minds just go to that place. And then
Fish
they write,
tits.
they're like, you know what? I'm going to write a story about this fish that had tits
Manatees.
and was hot. And then
I would fuck a manatee.
No, that's what they said.
Billy said I would fuck a manatee.
it essentially becomes like a how many beers question.
Okay, if you was to fuck a fish, which fish would you fuck?
No, easy. The dolphin.
I would fuck an orca.
Yeah.
Big T.
Fucking an orca.
Dolphin was a good call.
None of these things are fish.
I'm
that we
trying to
just
think
named.
of something.
Orca's not even a fucking
We both
fish.
went for we thought blowhole. Yeah.
Yeah, you were looking for
Okay,
a hole.
if
You
you
were
was
looking
a-
for
if
a
you-
wet hole.
Let me rephrase it. If you was to fuck a
Or an actual fish.
a ocean dwelling specimen,
I think I would. I think
I mean, you're describing my biggest fear.
sex.
but what?
That was unnecessary.
No, I would. I
You
would.
can't give it to a dolphin, cut.
I would fuck a killer whale. That sounds like a great pick.
Orcas,
Like
amazing.
exhilarating,
Orcas are
majestic.
beautiful. Orcas are beautiful.
Or a great white shark, just for
Moon jelly.
Too aggressive. Them
Oh,
niggas
good
ready.
call.
Come on, like
Billy.
moon jelly.
Just
What is-
Billy just was like the
Great white-
fleshlight of the sea.
Exactly.
What about you, Coley?
What's that fish with like the light bulb on its head?
Oh, hang on. I've got you.
That's that Nemo joint.
Because that's
Yeah.
that's the anglerfish.
So
Yeah.
the
An
angler,
angler.
the anglerfish it's incredible to me because like a lot of the stuff when you really start learning about the deep sea and the animals that live there, the fish that live there, it's just they're aliens that live down there. It's things that you would never expect to see anywhere else. So this anglerfish, it's got a light that hangs from a stem on its head, and it's so dark down in the ocean at those depths that it acts as bait for another fish to come up and try to eat the light or to investigate the light at least. And then the fish just straight up murks it. So like you think that you're seeing heaven if you're a fish. You've never seen light before. You're probably like hypnotized by it. And next thing you know, you're just getting chomped down by a fish. And they do like everything at that level does look like an alien to a
It's
certain
like capitalism. Same shit, same concept. Like you think you're having a good meal, you just lick and you're eating all saying yum, bomb, rent due, fam, dead broke. Anyway,
So yeah, we were talking about fish that we fucked. Which fish would you fuck?
I'm an orca. Okay, so
So the thing is, like, there are a lot of beautiful things in the ocean, but once you get down to a certain depth and you start getting in that 93% that we haven't discovered, it will blow your mind, the stuff that's down there. And what is the reason that we haven't done the exploration in the ocean that we've done? Like, we're hiring teams of scientists to send rockets to the moon. We've got like we've got a Power Wheels on Mars right now. Why are we not investing in seeing what else is down there?
Well, I hate to get political, but
no, you don't.
I don't. I do not. You're 1,000% right. But anytime there is scientific exploration, there is an incentive, right? So when we went to the moon in 1969, right, it was because we were actually fighting the Cold War, and we wanted to beat the Russians. Okay. Any scientific exploration that is governmentally funded, we are hesitant to overfund or even strategically fund that campaign because it doesn't yield any profit. My issue with America and our economic system in general is that we do not value knowledge as much as we value profit. And so there is not much profit exploring our oceans.
I think that
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
Okay.
Fuck you, Billy.
All right.
No, it's the reason why a lot of what we know about the ocean isn't disclosed, especially in mapping and the geographics, especially the current maps, is because there's hundreds of U.S. submarines down there that have like tracked all this information. They just don't want to share it because they don't want to tell people where there's submarines.
Shut up.
Hell yeah, Billy.
What the fuck?
Billy just converted me.
No, but the thing is,
very woke, yeah.
the fucking Navy. You know how many fucking nuclear subs there are down there?
There is literally, we have understood and explored at least you said 6 or 7% of the entire ocean
that we know about.
And you're telling me that these submarines have all this information and they're just not sharing it just because?
Like, for example, they probably know about 30 to 40, but they don't want to tell us.
Where did you get that number? You making it up?
I'm making it up, but so I was looking into this, like, why don't we know anything about the ocean? And like,
it's not funded.
No, it's because they want to hide their submarines.
One of my friends is in what he does is he restores coral reefs for a living. Okay, so this is a deeper conversation to get into while we talking about this concept is global warming. Global warming is real, right? I don't know how our audience feels about that, but global warming is a real thing, and one of the big factors is the temperature of the ocean, and the temperature of the ocean has actually increased by 1 or 2%. And why is that a big deal? 1 or 2? Like, it's just 1 or 2 things, right? No. It is actually killing the coral reefs, and so his literal job, he's a oceanic biologist. His literal job is to restore coral reefs in the ocean. He scuba dives and goes down and like literally plants and restores coral reefs for a living. And so the issue is, hey fam, what are you doing?
Goblin shark.
What?
No, the over-acidification of the oceans,
Billy,
with the coral reefs.
Show me a 30. You know what that means?
No.
So when I was growing up, when you say shoot me a 30, it means 30 seconds.
Okay.
We boxing.
Oh.
Whatever happens in them 30 seconds, happens.
I like that.
After the 30 seconds, though, we good money. That's the hunger.
Listen,
I
blame myself. I texted the group a graphic that I want to pull up on the screen in a second.
This is mesmerizing.
It's an interactive graphic about how deep the ocean is. But yeah.
We're not okay. Like, we don't understand how big it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Shoot.
No, I think, can we pull that up here? Because
that's what I was doing.
This does a good job. It does a good job of explaining just how mind-blowingly deep this motherfucker is and how little we know about it.
And why I don't fuck with it.
And why Arian doesn't fuck with it.
And Big T.
And Big T.
Correct.
So how do we connect to
Billy,
this?
you have it up?
Yeah. Just put it up on HDMI 2.
All right, so we've got this graphic pulled up in the studio. Jamie pulled it up for us, and if you want to look at it yourself, which I highly recommend, go to neil.fun/deep-c.
We'll link it on the YouTube.
Yeah, neil.fun/deep-c. And so it essentially pulls up a little picture of the ocean here. It's called the deep sea, and then you scroll down.
Billy,
you want to scroll?
It's cool. We can see it. They'll be able to see it.
There we
boom.
go. Got it back.
So it basically shows the depths of, there's our beloved manatee. Doesn't go much below, 11 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Polar bears can dive down to 45 meters, which is about 135 feet-ish.
I'm looking for the zone that we get into where it would stop. Where does it become unfuckable?
Oh, the midnight zone.
Okay. Hold on. I take issue with this. Scroll up, okay? What you doing? Bang, right there. But no, let's go back down.
Go down.
Okay. I'm uncool with calling them killer whales.
Okay.
Because if you I saw a documentary on them, orcas is what we call them. They are so friendly to the human race that there has never been an instance where they kill a human being if they weren't in captivity.
Yeah.
If they're in captivity, and it's not even that they kill them, that it's like, yo, I don't belong here, right? Orcas are beautiful creatures, and they do not belong in captivities. And zoos are trash, and fuck SeaWorld. Go ahead.
I actually have a recommendation to everybody. I did this. So I heard about the movie Blackfish.
Great movie.
Great movie. It's about killer whales in captivity. My friends had seen it, and they told me about it. They're like, you're never going to want to go to SeaWorld ever again. And I loved SeaWorld at the time. So I did a SeaWorld moon. People talk about a baby moon where they go on a vacation before they have their kids. I did one last trip to SeaWorld before I saw Blackfish, knowing that once I actually saw the story about these whales, I would never want to go back. Highly recommend doing that because I had to get one more trip in me. Now it's like, yeah, you feel bad if you go to SeaWorld now.
And not only that, the bigger issue with it is that they breed them on some dog shit. What was his name? Telecom or something like that.
Yeah.
He was literally responsible for all the orcas in captivity in America for SeaWorld. It's crazy. So it's disgusting. It's really disgusting.
And they said that most of his offspring ended up having some sort of problem with the trainer.
Yeah.
Because it had his genes, and they were like, we're not going to fuck with this
And the
anymore.
big thing is they fin. If they fin it straight up, they're usually a happy orca. If it's curved, they're distraught.
Yeah,
they're not enjoying where they are.
All right, so keep scrolling, Billy. So that's at now we're at 142 meters. We got sea lions, stuff that you typically see still, like a bull shark,
Sea turtle.
At
Green sea turtle.
175 meters is
a lot.
Extremely deep. That's
deep.
what is that, 500 feet? Really deep water.
I see with the mathematics.
We would think of this as being super, super deep. We'd never go down there. This one fucks me up. A penguin can get down to 200 meters deep on a dive.
Avery, what can you look up the deepest free dive by a human?
I believe it's 300 and something feet.
Oh, okay.
But Avery, check me on that.
Because that's crazy. Because the pressure, people don't understand. You have tons of water on top of you.
It was 702 feet.
Woo!
Yeah, by Herbert Nietzsche.
Gotta be white.
Yeah,
He's definitely white.
Herbert definitely.
No question.
German? Yeah.
No question. He's white.
What's up, Cole?
Yep.
That's only a white person would consider doing that.
I'm going to be honest. When I was in middle school, I wanted to be a Navy SEAL. So I was trying to pass the water requirement of swimming underwater. I swam 50 meters underwater, down the pool and back, got out and passed out.
Damn.
It was
What
really
is
sick.
it to be a Navy SEAL?
You have to jump in the water, do a somersault forward, then swim to one side of a 50-meter pool and then back. And people have died trying to do that in Navy SEAls. I was an idiot.
Right now. Yeah, it was.
It's a pretty bar. It's a pretty low bar.
Billy, stop the scroll real quick.
Yep.
So we're at this point on the map right now. Billy's still been scrolling. We're at 332 meters. It's the deepest any human has ever scuba dived.
Dang.
In 2014, 332 meters down. I have a dumb question about this.
Shoot.
Why, how is that the deepest? Can you if you just put a scuba tank on anybody and tell them swim down and then get to 300 and
It's got to be the pressure, right?
Then turn around and swim up.
So the air pressure mixed with your lung, if you so this cat here, he was trained, right? And so he's trained to you can't just dive this deep and then go right back up. It can't happen. You have to go up in increments, or else the pressure fucks with your lungs in a way that will I don't know the correct scientific term.
Is that the bends? Is that
Bends,
I've
yeah.
heard about the bends.
Yeah.
Where you get air bubbles in your blood.
and so you have to come up in certain ways that actually allows your body to adjust to the pressure that is within the water. Because you just in the water, like it's not different than going in the tub. Like when you in everything is compressing on you, including your lungs, everything, your blood, everything. And so cats like that do that. They have to understand where they're at, why they're at where they're at, and expand accordingly. They can't just submerge and then go up.
Swim down and then swim back up.
Nah, you can't do that.
I've got a problem with the term the bends. I think it's bad branding for the disease, because when I hear the bends or the syndrome, whatever
It's
you want
fly.
to call it, I either think like it sounds kind of cool. It sounds like the name of like an indie rock band from 2003. Maybe they were on the soundtrack for Garden State. I don't know. But like when I hear about the bends, I'm like, that it could be something cool or it could be diarrhea. I don't think that it's like a disease that will kill you by sending. It'll make your brain explode, essentially. It'll make your capillary system explode.
Right.
We need to think
Which
of a new
is kind of
name.
cool too.
Yeah, just like having all your blood explode at once.
Yeah.
That does. Yeah.
If you gonna go out though.
Verbal meme. Guy with the bends exploding. The caption is listens to my mixtape once.
Eat the rich.
Yeah. Great meme. Thanks. All right. So we're at 361 meters. That's where Blue Shark is.
We're now hitting the midnight zone where light can't get through the water.
Which is more important. This is very okay. So, an evolutionary fact. The reason why all you motherfuckers can see is because the organisms that we evolved from saw light. Not you, Big T. You came from Jesus Christ.
Directly. You can trace Big T's lineage.
Directly, you came from Adam's balls, fam. Everybody else though, we derived from species that had can see and were derived from people that can absorb the electromagnetic spectrum in a way that we perceive it today. So like all this light that you see, right, is in the spectrum. Not everybody in every species can see it like that. So like X-rays and shit, we can't see that.
Yeah,
but it's still in existence.
Maybe one day, right? If we keep evolving,
I hope so.
That'd be sick.
That would be amazing.
So what you're saying is, at some point, some cell deep in the ocean had to make there was a mutation of a cell.
Yes.
And it was a freak mutation that happened. They were all swimming around darkness. They couldn't see. They were going around. I don't know which sense came first. Maybe the sense
probably
of
sight for survival.
Yeah, maybe a sense of feel, or I don't know. But at one point there was like a mutation of one weird cell. And then that organism had the ability to see something. Yep. And since that organism could see stuff that nobody else could, it got to eat more of its favorite food.
Or got to evade.
Yeah, it got to get away from its hunters, and it got to fuck more. Or if it just like self-replicated, then it stayed around long enough. It stayed around longer than all of its other neighbors, so it got to replicate more.
Yes.
And then some small percentage of the cells that it replicated also had that gene that allowed sight, and then their lineage also had that sight, and then boom, you can see.
Bang.
But some of them did not ever reach that point, and those creatures, for the most part,
in a dark ocean,
they like to chill down in the midnight zone where there's no light whatsoever, and that starts at around what was that, like 400?
We're about 450. Let's see, 450.
It's actually, there's like an actual point where the light all the way disappears, and we are at
oh man.
So now we're down at
scroll back up.
Now we're down at 750 feet.
Okay, we had giant scroll up, okay? Scroll up. All right. We had giant Pacific octopus.
Yep.
At 780 meters. Octopuses. We talked about this last episode. Octopuses may be some of the most intelligent beings on this earth. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
I agree.
The government agrees with you.
Have you ever seen the video?
Damn. Are you fed? Arian, what if he was the fucking narc this whole time?
No, Billy and narc. We've been.
I don't know. This seems like a case of the lady doth protest too much, where Arian's been calling everybody else out on being a cop. You have to tell us if you're a cop.
I like it.
So,
I like it. I ain't, but I like it.
The government, due to their intelligence, cephalopods are commonly protected by animal testing regulations do not usually apply to invertebrates. So these guys are like the only non-mammals that get any sort of like, you know, like laws protecting testing on them and whatnot. So that was something very interesting.
They're very cool animals. Octopuses
They're
are
not
underrated.
normal. They're not normal.
They're not. They do look a little bit like aliens. Their tentacles, their arms, they're actually 8 legs. They're not
It's not,
tentacles.
it's not even legs. There's actually every tentacle is like a different brain.
Yeah.
And so they actually have an entirely different like system that we are set up and accustomed to knowing. So like every limb that they have is actually thinking.
Have you ever seen the clip they put an octopus in like a mason jar
Yes.
and it unscrewed the cap by itself?
They're
insane.
They're intelligent as fuck. They're not no. And so there's a lot of people that think. So there's a theory out there, right? This is the premises of our pod, but there's a theory out there that says octopi or
octopuses.
the pusses are actually not from here. They're actually from another planet, and they actually came here on a comet or somewhere else, because they're so unlike every other organism. They're so unique and diverse that it's just not a normal occurrence in our ocean.
There's a movie out there called, I think it's The Octopus Teacher.
Gorgeous movie.
And I think it got nominated for an Academy Award. I've had it recommended to me by a few different people.
I've watched it.
You watched it? I thought I was going to watch it today, and I started running out of time, so I said I'm just going to watch a 30-minute interview with the person that made the movie instead. So I learned a little bit about it that way. I'm excited to watch it before, like I want to hear more about like what they learn about the octopuses in this movie. But one thing that I love about ocean documentaries, and any time that you're learning anything about the ocean, is it kind of goes back to what we talked about with Alex Jones conspiracy theory movies. The soundtracks for ocean scenes, so relaxing, so relaxing. Yeah. So like I could probably just like listen to ocean music and fall asleep. It's so calming. It's so nice. In fact, any video game out there, the water levels were always the chillest music. Just made it seem like very, very calm. But yeah, so The Octopus Teacher, this is it's a documentary that came out about a guy that studied the octopuses were they Pacific octopuses? Yep. And so he learned, obviously the octopus ended up teaching him something. Yep. What do you learn from this octopus?
So what I gathered from this is this, which was the more important point, was that it wasn't that he learned from somebody. Mm-hmm. He strategically picked an octopus, stuck to him for, I was like months before the octopus actually was like, okay, now you have access to my life. Then the octopus started granting him access to his life. And he learned how he moved. He learned where he wanted to go. He learned why he wanted to go. And it was like a dance. And that was the biggest thing to me, was the octopus was like, it was communicative.
They were understanding each other.
They were talking in a language that wasn't a language. And that was the more beautiful thing, was like, he was inviting them into his world. And to me, that's the bigger thing, and why the ocean is so beautiful to me. But also, I'm not fucking with it. Mm-hmm. But the ocean is beautiful to me because it's so unexplored. You have a species where it's like literally teaching you things. Mm-hmm. This octopus is literally saying like, let me show you what I do. Let me show you where I go. Let me show you why I go. And like all that information is being accumulated over time.
Yeah.
And that's surface level. We don't know what's going on now. Where we at right now? We at 700, 800 feet? Something like that.
So I think that when it comes to like aquatic life, one big problem I have with like getting interested in what fish do is I never look at a fish and I'm like, that I never see a personality. I've never seen a fish with a personality besides Larry, who was a great gambler. But I've never seen a fish and like I'm like, oh, this fish is friendly, or this fish is curious, or this fish is kind of a dick. Like I look at a fish, I just see a fish. I see like two dead eyes. They swim. They like follow the rest of their school. And you're always told like fish don't even feel feelings.
What's your metric though? How are you gauging what is a fish and what is not a fish and personality?
I think I'm judging everything. This might be unfair to fish, but I'm judging everything based off dogs. And I'm like, there are multiple kinds of dogs out there, and I'm like, I like when I can tell that dog likes me, or I can tell when the dog does something cute. I've never seen a fish do something cute ever, but octopuses.
You've never seen a fish do something cute?
Yeah, when a fish
jump
You
through
never fuck with
hoops.
dolphins or they're mammals. I don't know if you want to call them fish.
No. I dolphins are excluded from this because dolphins are mammals.
Dolphins and orcas, they do
Whales.
cute shit.
Yeah, whales.
They do cute shit. I'm just okay. Fish. Go ahead.
Only other animal to have sex for pleasure, dolphins.
There you
No,
go.
it's not the only other animal. It's just one of them.
What about bonobos?
Bonobos are a
yeah.
matriarchy for
Right.
sure.
Yeah, they fuck though.
For sure. No, I'm saying
No, they fuck for hierarchy.
Okay.
They don't
Not
do it for
just that.
pleasure.
Not just that though.
Which others besides
there's a
octopus?
plethora of species that fuck for pleasure. It's not just dolphins and us.
Well, they have probably fun doing it, but like outside of mating, they like
No, you're wrong, Billy.
Don't lions fuck like 30 times a day, don't they?
they don't do it for pleasure.
Nonsense. I don't know about lions, but what I'm saying is like there's a plethora of species that fuck just purely for pleasure, just like us.
They might all be primates.
No, outside of primates.
I know dolphins do too. Dolphins got some heavy ass.
He said
brains.
dolphins.
Yes,
Um,
yes. Other animals do have sex for fun. Discover magazine. You want to click on that one? Wait. Before we find out what animals fuck for pleasure, we have a cybersecurity expert on the show, Billy Football. He did a whole presentation about it a couple years ago, and you want to talk to us about a service.
One thing I've learned, and I know most of you are probably thinking, why don't you just use incognito mode? Let me tell you something. Incognito mode does not hide your activity. It doesn't matter what mode you use or how many times you clear your browsing history. Your internet service provider can still see every single website you ever visited. That's why even when I'm at home, I never go online without using ExpressVPN. It doesn't matter if you get your internet from Verizon or Comcast. ISPs in the US can legally sell your information to ad companies. ExpressVPN is an app that reroutes your internet connection through their secure servers so your internet service provider can't see the sites you visit. Protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by CNET and Wired. Visit my exclusive link, expressvpn.com/dose, and you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/dose. expressvpn.com/dose to learn more.
Love it, Billy. Great job. All right, so Jamie, you just pulled up. Do other animals fuck for fun? For pleasure? What'd you find?
Okay, since the word pleasure is quite vague, scientists...
What you mean is play? What?
Well, scientifically. So the scientists have tended to focus on orgasms as a particularly intense form of sexual pleasure for many people. The logic has been that if non-humans experience orgasm, they are most certainly experiencing pleasure.
Okay. Meaning?
So they've realized that every animal that orgasms has sex for pleasure.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
I got blown. No. Okay.
I think so. In the interest of protecting Billy a little bit here, I think his stat about animals that fuck for fun was either taken from a Snapple cap or from a website that he Googles fun animal facts app before the end of every part of my take, and so he probably saw that pop up so many times that he thought that it was legit.
Yeah.
So you have read that. You've read that before. Turns out that it was just like a little wrong. But if you want to go back to
One of the few that has sex for pleasure.
one of the
All
few.
right,
So
I
if
was
you want,
wrong.
if you want to go back to the chart of the ocean here, octopuses. I'm gonna watch that movie. I'm gonna have some 3
It's amazing.
and I'm gonna
Well,
watch.
did you hear some of the stories that zookeepers and aquarium keepers say? One time an octopus
Hit us, bro.
would climb out of its tank while the guards were switching, and sneak into other fish tanks, eat the fish, then go back to its own tank and just perform the perfect crime.
That happens in Finding Dory.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, that
Spoiler.
movie might be pretty scientifically accurate.
So
well, not eat the fish, but he does like go. And,
Yeah. Octopuses in general are extremely intelligent. They have been put through test after test as to like kind of like IQ examples as far as how to get out of predicaments that they're in, whether like they're in a jar or outside a jar. They understand how to open jars, like where they previously had no knowledge of how to do so. Octopuses are extremely intelligent. And this is why I mentioned on the last podcast the movie Arrival, and the writers, why they're so brilliant, was because if you were to construct a species that was brilliant and intelligent and smart, it would be a cephalopod. And in the movie Arrival, they are cephalopods.
Interesting. And what's their lifespan?
I know that they
Interesting
usually die directly after mating. And I also
Yeah.
saw a thread that someone was like,
Just give me that fact, though.
yeah, if the octopuses could
Pull that up, okay. That's a good question.
I think it's like
3 to 5 years, the giant
it's
Pacific
not long.
octopus.
It's not long.
So wait, Billy, what they say if the octopuses could what?
If they could survive past their children being born, they would be able to teach, because octopuses can learn from each other. So then you'd have cross-generational.
Culture.
And-
Octopus culture, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is like they're such hyper intelligent creatures that they figure all this stuff out independently. They don't have like a mom or a dad that like teaches them where
That's
to go
the
hunting.
brilliance.
Yeah, so they are really smart. If they could just get over what if they get to a point where they are like, let's just not fuck because we all die after we reproduce.
That'd be too smart.
Yeah.
Well,
That'd be like
Incel octopuses.
or
incel
Yeah.
octopus.
the virgin
That's a
octopuses
sport octopus.
teach the new baby octopuses.
Yeah. So the virgin
They're-
ones, they live longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're reproducing at a rate though that it's more like a virus spreading than any you know what I mean?
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not disrespect them and call them a virus.
Yeah, any octopus that's listening, I apologize. But it's like they don't like go in and out at a 1-to-1 clip. You know what I mean? Like the mother's feeding herself. The father just dies immediately when he nuts, which is like there's no better way to go.
No.
The
That's how
mother,
I want to go like that.
yeah,
That's how Matthew McConaughey's dad died. Growing up, Matthew McConaughey's dad would always tell him, one of these days I'm going to croak when I'm making love with your mother, which is like the most Matthew McConaughey story that you could ever. My dad used to tell me that. And then one day he just had sex and he died. And he called a shot.
That's the way to go out.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth it.
He Babe Ruthed it. Exactly. he pointed at the cervix with one hand.
That's how I'm going out, cousin.
Yeah.
In a Motel 6 with a lifestyle condom on.
Super 8. Wait. In your dream scenario, it would be in a Motel 6 and you'd be wearing
No,
protection?
my dream scenario, I am in the Brooklyn Bridge Hotel. I'm in a suite.
You're just. I'm uncomfortable because you're describing what
tonight.
you're going to do tonight.
I might die tonight. I don't have a condom on because if I'm dying, fuck condoms.
Yeah.
Like what are we talking
Exactly,
about? What are we
yes.
talking about? If I have a seed from it, holla at your boy. Read and listen to everything I've done. I'll steer you right. And that's gonna be an all right kid, actually.
Yeah.
He can be straight.
Yeah. I think like growing up with the knowledge that your father, that was his final act. It gives him something to live for. It's like
100%.
I gotta honor his memory.
There's no
Let's
question.
go back to the ocean chart. because-
Okay, real quick before we do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
There is a huge fact about the ocean that I don't think we have touched on yet.
Okay.
There was a study done in 2011. Super scientific, right? And I say that, and people that don't believe in science will be like, what does that even mean? It means you don't understand. Shut the fuck up. What I'm saying is, what we know is we have estimated. We know there is 90%, around 90% of oceanic animals that we have not accounted for.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking insane, dog.
We didn't prove the existence of the giant squid till 1928.
Yeah.
It was always mythical.
It was
So what
mythical.
other mythical creatures?
I thought it was like they didn't find one until I thought it was like the last 3 or 4 years.
They found dead ones
Okay.
before then, but they had never.
That-
A live one had never been encountered until recently.
So back to my general fear of the ocean and other living creatures. That shit it's the Kraken. Like it's horrifying. I don't see how anybody sees that and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna go in the ocean for fun.
So a kraken
White
could
people.
exist.
White people.
Yeah. No.
White people.
It's true.
White people let it do that shit. I don't understand. We're like, yo, let's risk our lives just to think.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Facts.
Like if you look at a narwhal, there's no way that's not real.
Okapis.
What is narwhal?
Oh, a narwhal is Jamie. You want to pull that up?
Unicorn whale.
Yeah, it's a unicorn whale. It's a whale that has a horn growing out of its head, and it's
Stop
legit.
it.
Yeah,
It's a real thing.
it's absolutely a real
Vikings used to sell their horns to like kings in Europe and say like, "Oh, we have unicorns. This is one of their
Fucking
horns."
Billy
Yeah.
Ocean is full of the facts.
It
bro.
is. It is a unicorn of the sea. It's crazy looking. So that's it right there. Narwhal.
It's like a swordfish.
Like a swordfish mammal, but look how long.
Like a porpoise with a sword.
That's crazy.
Narwhal.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that's down there, and we know about that. Imagine how crazy this stuff is that
What is what I'm
we
saying?
haven't even discovered yet.
We don't know 90% of the shit that's down there.
Yeah. So Billy, keep scrolling here.
How
Past.
wild is that?
So 791 meters is where we're at. We just passed the giant octopus, and we're very much in the midnight zone.
Monkfish.
Monkfish. They said they saw monkfish in the Marianas Trench, like at the deepest point.
They're huge, right?
Yeah.
And then now we're getting down to worms. This is where there are worms. And
Wow.
A sperm whale
No way.
can go down 932 meters.
That's over
yeah,
3,000 feet.
yeah, probably.
Cannot
But it's so
happen.
crazy because like look at the discrepancy. Like there's all these little animals, and then
And humans can't go down there, right? Because it's just like lung capacity and
Right.
water pressure.
we've gone down in a submarine.
But other than
James
that,
Cameron is the only human.
Yeah.
I think.
Correct.
And how wild is that?
Yeah.
Like somebody shooting fucking movies is like, yo, I'm the deepest nigga that have ever gone in the ocean. That shit wild,
Exactly
dog.
what he said down there too.
We canceling James Cameron.
No, I mean
Who's
like
gonna, no one can touch me down here. I'm like,
yeah, you are in the definition of international waters at that point. Like, what happens below sea level stays below sea level. He is so the fact that it's him that's like the king of the ocean is I think that he's just down there and he's going to start discovering stuff that isn't true so that he can make movies out of it and tell everybody that it's true. You're like, look, I discovered this down here. Now I'm going to make a movie about like what if one of those had an army and tried to like take over the world and everyone's going to go see it.
If you're an alien civilization,
Yeah.
do you land inside of the water and find that life more appealing or our life more appealing?
Honestly, I think from an objective standpoint,
Please do.
if you're discovering Earth as an alien, you probably go to the water because there's so much more of it. Like
It's
there's
70%.
there's so much more stuff going on in there than there is on the land, and it's hidden. But you probably like if you're sending out like your drones or whatever, they're probably checking out the land a little bit. But I think aliens would be like, this is like the ocean is probably a safer place for you to go because you're not going to get caught by a human walking around and turned in, right? If an alien goes under the sea, they're not going to get into a war with a bunch of salmon, you know?
We don't know that.
They're going to be able to like move around pretty
We don't
freely.
know 90% of the life that's in there, though.
I'm okay with 99% certainty. I don't think that a bunch of fish are going to like find aliens and then fire nuclear weapons at them to get them out of their house.
My thing is this, bro. There might be a civilization that lives underneath us.
True. I mean,
Are you getting into Hollow Earth now?
yeah.
Not Hollow Earth. So, right or wrong, Billy Ocean,
Mhm.
correct me if I'm wrong. There are lakes and rivers in the ocean, underneath.
Underneath the ocean?
Yes,
I think so.
there are. There are lakes and there are rivers. We can't. We've explored 5% of the ocean, dog.
So what? How do you make a river in an ocean? Is it like the current?
It's the current. It's the water type. It's the flow. It's the.
Oh yeah, this is really cool.
Wow.
Look at this.
So here's a crazy question: are there like how much does the ocean weigh? Yeah.
With a bar. Hit it,
How
Billy.
many,
What the
how
fuck
many
was you
gallons?
How much does the
doing with your
ocean
fish
weigh?
shirt, bro? Type that shit in.
Let's go.
How many gallons of water are in the
No,
ocean?
no, just say how much does the ocean weigh?
Well, then we'll just time.
Yeah,
multiply it.
well,
Because we know how much the Earth weighs.
Coley, give me a guess. How much does the ocean weigh?
66
I'll tell
trillion
you what,
tons.
I am simply too high for that kind of question. We got to hit people with like a warning,
One.
safe space warning.
Yeah,
before you
I'm
ask
going
questions
with
like that.
66 trillion tons.
You don't even know how much 66 trillion is.
No clue, but I'm guessing. No fucking
Yeah, I think that's probably close.
What's one next past trillion?
Quadrillion.
Quadrillion?
Then quintillion, sextillion, septillion.
fucking
octillion.
Republicans
know.
got the bars on them.
I'm gonna go-
bang bang.
I'm gonna go 50 quadrillion pounds.
50 quadrillion pounds.
Give me an octillion. I'll take 1 octillion.
1 octillion. Okay. Billy, come on, Cat.
I'm doing some math.
Avery, what do
Billy,
you say?
it's a simple
God.
question.
I don't
Just
even
tell us how
know.
much the ocean weighs.
Right? Like, why the fuck you struggling so much?
Well, because they're all giving in volume.
What a fucking loser, bro. Tell us how much the ocean weighs, bro. Figure it out.
Avery, what's your guess?
Isn't there like a such number as million billion? Something
No.
like
Well,
that.
so
No.
that would be no. Well, yeah, it's just saying so. 1,000 millions would be or 1,000 billions would be.
Yeah,
a
we
trillion.
talked about this
A
with ants.
million billions would be a quadrillion.
Yeah.
So a million billion is just a quadrillion.
Okay, so there's
See, million trillion. Look
No.
at that.
326 million trillion gallons.
Million trillion would be
Water weight
quintillion.
calculator. How much is the water weigh?
Billy's doing some power math right now.
oh, dude, it
It's
broke
too
the
much.
system.
It's too many zeros.
So that
They don't want you to know.
That's like
government
that's such
shit.
an-
What are they hiding?
ice walls,
have you
flat
se-
earth.
have you
Talk to
seen
your
the
boy.
thing? That's like such an incalculable number. It's like a million seconds is like 2 weeks.
Okay,
a billion
so
seconds is
a
like
gallon of salt water,
Oh, here we go.
8.6 pounds.
So
8.6 times.
How many pounds are in
Let's go.
ocean?
We got to take this to Wolfram Alpha.
Who?
This is heavy computation.
I don't know what Billy just talked
He
about.
went to
but-
Black Google.
Billy just entered the zone.
He went to Black
we've never
Google.
seen before.
Yo, we're on the dark web right
He
now.
went in the dark web.
This is a website that people used to cheat on math in high school.
Hey, cuz, you finna get us. You finna get us. The feds is finna be on. Like, what the fuck is
Nah,
you doing?
shout
They're
out,
kicking in
shout
the
out
door.
ExpressVPN. They're
Yeah.
taking care of this.
Yeah, making sure that
And when Billy wants to see titties.
When you say
that, Arian.
anytime
Wolfram Alpha.
anytime you say Wolfram Alpha, you sound like the guy in a heist movie who's in the van shutting down like an electric
Okay.
system.
okay.
I got you. Y'all just take care of your part. I'm gonna shut the city down so you can.
I don't know how to say that number, but it is 10 something.
So it's
In-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's 10, 8, 3, 6, and then 18
Hang on.
zeros.
So 1,000 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion, septillion. So that's 10 septillion.
Big T, that sounds like some bullshit.
That's
Damn.
Google it
I
right
mean,
now.
he just
It could be 100% correct.
I
I'm
think
just
it
saying
is.
it
That's what it's
sounded
called.
like some bullshit.
That's just like that's the numerical.
I hope you're right.
The
He's a good
prefixes.
numbers guy.
I hope one of these motherfuckers fact check us and you be like, yo,
So
Big
I
T
think
was
that's
right.
I think that's 10 septillion, 836 sextillion pounds.
also, if you're doing the math at home, make sure you have the weight of water is salt water.
If you're doing the
heavy.
math at home,
Mm-hmm.
stop it and go get vagina.
So that's a heavy ass ocean. That's like that.
We got a heavy ocean.
how heavy's the earth?
Confirmed.
The ocean's low key thick. Turns out
The ocean got to be heavier than that, fam. I mean, the earth got to be heavier than that.
that's such a mind boggling amount of water, and I think that if I'm an alien, I'm probably gonna want to
it's more
explore that.
more rational to be like, okay, what is the most land occupancy, right? It's water.
Yeah, exactly. It
It's
takes
the
up the
water.
most
It's the water.
space, so that's
71% of the Earth's
yeah.
surface.
So that's what you're wanting. You're
It's the
gonna
water.
want to go explore. But yeah,
It's the water.
that's a heavy ass ocean, man. Man,
That's why I don't go in it though.
Speaking about getting vagina, something you got to do.
Got you, cuz. We got an ad read.
Go
oh,
on.
well, this isn't so much an ad read as it is Arian. Like this is a product that he uses.
Okay, so it's rare that an ad read and real life come together in such a real fashion. Okay? Support for Macrodosing is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below the waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. They obsess over their technology developments to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide, all over the ocean. We have an exclusive offer for my listeners, 20% off plus fees and shipping with the code DOSE, D-O-S-E at manscaped.com. And listen, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Keep it a buck.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Can I keep it a buck?
I will fire you if you don't keep it a buck.
Facts, because you can't fire me because I'm rich. I'm gonna tell you why. I am a millionaire. This ad is amazing. We all getting paid from it. It's amazing. It's dope. I used Manscaped before all of this shit popped off. It's amazing. Manscaped is waterproof. You can use it in the shower. Like, dog, this isn't even on the script, okay?
No, it's not.
I promise. This shit is real. I really use Manscaped. It works. Clean your junks. The ladies love it way more from my experience. If they don't, get new ladies. It is what it is. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code DOSE, D-O-S-E, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping and manscaped.com. Use the code DOSE. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for your job with Manscaped. Dog, I'm not joking. It works. Big T, you looking at me like it doesn't, but it does.
No, I've used it as well.
What color is your Manscaped lawn?
What color? Well, ideally, it's gone.
Nope.
There you go.
But what color was it?
What?
You heard me.
What
fam.
color do you think it is?
It's reddish blonde.
Fuck no.
I don't know, fam.
Now, okay, I will say you've probably never seen my hair because I wear a hat all the time.
Facts.
But people always say I have red hair. I don't have red hair. It's like brown.
Brownish.
You know who never admits something like redheads will never say they're redheads.
It's facts.
All right.
You look a little red. don't
This hat is super tight, so it leaves like marks.
It's
on my
a
head. I
little
look
red.
fucking red.
It's a
Wait,
little
what
red.
color is
Y'all
your
out
beard?
of your mind?
What color is your beard?
So the beard does. Get
Yeah,
a little
that
red. The
means
beard-
got ginger.
The beard does, but the hair does not.
Ginger balls.
There's reddish hues.
No, that's
Right.
fake news.
No,
Y'all are
I'm
fake news.
looking at it right
It's
now.
literally not. Like you guys are just trying to like, oh, haha, big T. It's not.
Big T. I grew up in Boston. Like we have the most redheads per capita on the planet. 100% of them will tell you like, no, it's strawberry blonde.
I'm
no,
sure.
it's
Wait, this is
brown.
on camera. It's not
Yeah, I know.
red.
There's red in there.
That's
now.
you absolutely have. Are you like just in denial?
No, like y'all are crazy.
No, you have red hair.
Are you out of your mind?
This
Look
is the
are
stupidest thing to debate ever.
Are
Like,
you batshit insane? Am I going crazy?
The
This
light is
not
really
red.
not helping your case.
Yeah, we're under pounds of light. This is
Pounds
not
of light.
red.
It's a little red. You're not
not
you're
red.
not full blown redhead.
Nah,
but
this is fake
big,
news.
big red, relax.
Oh, big red.
Yeah,
That, like,
everybody. That's the big bit now in the office. Everybody just takes something, puts big in front of it. Oh, big T, a big X. Like it's not a funny joke. It's not a good bit.
Big T. No, Big T.
We disagree wholeheartedly. That's not a funny joke.
Big T is
This
bit
is so
paranoid at this
stupid.
point.
This is
Every
so
time,
dumb.
90% of the time I see Big T in the office, he's walking into a room and being like, "Oh, PFT's doing his memes bit on me again. All right, I'm sick of the memes." And then he'll walk out, and then Jeff D. Lowe will be like saying some, "Oh, Jeff D. Lowe is doing one of his bits again." You're just accusing everybody
You're-
left and right.
You're doing a bit right now.
I'm not doing a bit. You
Oh, I'm
literally
going
do
to
that.
talk like this, like Big T. Gosh.
This is crazy stuff. So, under the sea, there actually are structures that
Time out.
that look like they're man-made.
Time out. You said under the sea.
Under the sea.
I would be remiss if I did not at least acknowledge Sebastian with the greatest Disney song of all time, Under the Sea.
Darling, it's better down
As
where
long-
it's wetter. Take it from me.
Bang. Okay. Y'all go ahead.
Love it. So there are structures in the ocean that look like they have to be man-made. They look like they're structures that could not have just existed by happenstance in nature as rock formations. So Billy pulled some up and did some research.
Sounds
on
like a
some of these.
conspiracy, bro.
Yeah.
No, these are
yeah.
real. These are real. We'll start with the original that is thought to be the lost city of Atlantis, which is actually where Atlantis in the Bahamas gets its name. It is called Bimini Road, and it is a long group of what looks like pavement that is put in this sort of you guys got to Google this at home because this is a very visual thing, but basically it looks like there's a remains of a city underwater around it's right off the coast of the Bahamas. And if you look at it, it looks like Roman roads. The pavement looks extremely, like a classical city in what it means. And, it's very interesting. There's many of these types of structures. There's another one.
Wait, real quick on Bimini Road. How deep is it?
It's not too deep. The waters there are not too deep.
So it's something that could have been covered up by...
Right.
Yeah.
There is a scientific explanation that it's geological formations. It's all made of granite. Everything seems to be worldly in regards to it. But it's when you start to see geometric shapes in nature, right angles, straight lines, that's when it starts to look very human. But
Talk to Big T about that.
the Baltic Sea anomaly is another one, which is in the Mediterranean, in the Baltic Sea, of course, that looks exactly like the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, it
Now,
does.
these structures are just plopped on the bottom of the ocean floor.
It's located the Baltic Sea. This particular one is located like in between Sweden and Finland, up there, I think.
Yes.
So I did a little bit of research on this one, and it looks like the Millennium Falcon, or kind of like the Buffalo Bills logo on the side of the helmet a little bit. And what's fascinating about this one to me is that it looks like it's got steps built into it. It looks like it's got tunnels and corridors that exist in there. And it was just discovered pretty recently.
Yeah, and they were looking for minerals on the ocean floor, doing some underwater mining. But it's really interesting. There's another one that is in Japan, which is called the coolest one is actually the Cuban underwater formation that actually looks like a giant city. There's like pyramids and stuff. It's kind of ridiculous. It's this one on the top. And give it a gander if you can at home. This stuff looks like ancient cities where a bunch of higher octopus beings probably lived.
Devil's advocate. Pyramids are very commonplace in ancient civilizations for the mere reason that it's efficient to build a structure that is of that geometrical shape where rain runs off of it. Like it's very so it's very possible that civilizations have experienced the climate of our Earth and has fallen. Not necessarily that they have lived under the ocean.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's like an ancient city, and in this one that I'm looking at right here, the pyramid does make sense because if you're building something that goes up, it's easier if it gets smaller as it goes up because then you just do the same motion every time as you're building a block up next to the next level. You have to have like a
Big
crane.
T say whoop.
Yep.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Whoop. That's right. So this one does look like, and it's got squares and perfect right angles and some of the structures underneath there. So this one does look to me like it used to be a city that existed on dry land.
100%. And then the last one is the Yona. I'm butchering this pronunciation. I'm sorry.
Yonaguni, I think.
Yonaguni Monument, which is another granite structure that can be explained with science. But looking at all these things, it's like these were undiscovered for so many years, and we've only civilian knowledge is we've only know about so much of the ocean. Think about how many structures we may have not found.
All right, so let's get consensus on this. Atlantis. What do we feel about Atlantis?
I don't think that there's ever been like mammals that have the ability to breathe underwater that just chill down
mermaids
there.
are out.
Mermaids, they're just a product of horniness. Yeah. I don't think Atlantis was a place. It was probably a place that was like a Las Vegas on the ocean, like a Sodom and Gomorrah type place where people used to go and have, it would be like a hedonistic society or whatever. And then maybe it got lost in an earthquake or something like that. And now they talk about it. Someone called it the Lost City and like built it up to be this great, cool place. And then over the years, the story gets bolder and bolder and bolder. But I don't think that, I don't.
Like Jesus.
It's Ibiza when it goes into the ocean.
Yes.
But
Our Long Island.
mythologically, it was just a rival nation from out in the sea.
So Billy Ocean, are you sold on the fact that there was no civilization that actually resembled humanoids that occupied ocean territory?
I could never say that for sure. I will always.
No, that put your stake on it, guy.
I'm not.
Put your foot in the ground, Lo.
That's the same way as saying like, are aliens real?
It's not the same.
It's the same.
There's literally a Drake equation as if aliens are real or are they not real.
I think.
I actually agree with Billy's take on this a little bit.
Oh, fuck you! Got a Fila sweater.
Well,
on.
I know, but Arian, it's like he's keeping an open mind.
Yeah.
Like
okay. That's not always okay.
Billy is the wise. You're right about that. In this case, the saying like the wisest man is the man who knows that he is not all knowing. That's Billy right now. Billy's tapped into that part of his brain where he's like, I'm not smart enough to know.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But the issue I have is this. Okay. When we talk about the universe, It's an entirely different situation than we talk about the ocean. This is why. The universe has been studied to an extent that it's like, okay, how we interpret the universe is so prevalent that it's not necessarily for the ocean.
You can't draw a line straight from how you talk about the universe to how you talk about it. Yeah.
You say you can or you cannot?
No, I agree that I
Okay.
agree that you can't, because underwater, like, there would have had to be an evolutionary step that was like, we're going to be halfway humans but also retain gills.
Okay.
And then there would be probably evidence of something like that
Yes.
having existed.
Yes.
But you could also say, like, maybe at some point there were giant octopuses that had
no evidence of it.
that had big brains. Well,
Science is off of evidence.
I think there's a greater chance we'll encounter a civilization from the deep sea than in any of our lifetimes than before we encounter aliens. Because think about this.
You think, time out, before I misinterpret you think that there is a civilization undersea?
Well, think about life. We don't know what's out there.
True.
We don't know what's down there. Right.
There's, for a scientific fact, we know that we don't understand 90% of life in the ocean.
Right.
Right.
So, but the thing is, we know there's life on Earth. So there's
do.
more of a chance that there's life down there, in that we'll encounter that life just because of proximity, than life out in the universe. Think about what I'm saying. So,
How do you gauge those? What's your metric for understanding, like, from one to another?
because there probably is life out there, but it's so far away from us that we probably won't encounter them just because of how the wind, how
The
proximity, the solar winds, we're never going to get in the same place, but we know that there's life on Earth.
it makes sense, but
yeah.
it is a stretch to be like that they're like humanoids down there.
Well, just maybe intelligent life that has formed some sort of
Yeah, like an octopus society.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually like a pretty reasonable explanation to be like, well, there would be skeletal evidence to say, well, no, their bones just go down to the bottom of the ocean. And all right, so I've got a couple questions
octopuses don't have bones.
That's right, they dissolve. The perfect crime.
Only thing is the beak.
Yeah, the perfect crime. So a couple things. When fish die, like the bottom of the ocean is just like a fish graveyard. Or just
Bottom feeders,
just bones
eating
down there.
organic matter.
The second thing is fish just poop and pee all the time.
Right.
Has the ocean gotten heavier over the last millions of years because of the fish pee?
No,
No, it's closed. It's
Oh,
closed.
you're right.
it's-
Yeah, conservation of
No,
mass.
you know what?
Not a
Has the ocean gotten heavier by us peeing in it?
By humans peeing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Oh, number one reason I like the ocean, you can pee in it.
That has been this week's macrodosing.
It's amazing.
It was fun. Arian, if you can't tell, Arian has probably spilled more vodka during this
It's
episode.
not my
than he's
fault.
drank.
It's the cup.
It's the cup.
the
It was a
cup
bad
is
cup.
leaking,
It's a
okay?
bad cup.
The cup
He's right.
Wait.
It's a bad cup.
Cup is leaking. Give me this.
So this has been this week's episode. This was fun. We really just scratched the surface of the. We probably, you know what? I think that we covered about 7% of what we wanted to cover in this
Great
episode,
Thanks.
in homage to Mother Ocean herself.
Okay.
He said homage.
Homage.
And the real word is homage.
Homage. I paid
And it's
homage.
amazing that he went there.
Can I leave the listeners with a question?
One thing before you do it, the merch is coming. I promise. People
Come
have been
on.
asking about the merch.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
coming.
We've got
I promise.
we've got sick macrodosing merch. We've
Yeah.
got
we
t-shirts.
do. And it gotta be fire, bro.
It's gonna be fire. Don't worry.
So Billy, what's your question?
Shoot.
In 1997, there was a recording of a mysterious
The bloop.
the bloop,
The bloop.
the bloop,
The bloop, bro.
and no one really has a good explanation for what made this sound
We don't know
in
what
the
it is.
depths of the deep. So one of the deepest parts of the ocean is
Google
Cthulhu.
the bloop.
How about this?
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. That's like the old Satan, right?
That's the fucking.
No, he's the yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. All
Yeah.
right, so here's where we can leave it off. If you look at some of these underwater sounds, because there are a shitload of underwater sounds that have been recorded with like crazy frequencies
But
that
the bloop is
we
the
don't
most
really
famous.
understand.
Yeah.
The bloop is a very famous one.
Yeah.
There's there's noises coming from the ocean that we don't know what they are.
Mm.
We don't know if it's some
90% of the ocean,
Yep.
we do not
So-
understand who and what is in there. Okay?
So how about this? How about tell Billy, tweet at Billy what you think the bloop is. Your theories, anything that pops in your head, And the best theory that we have for what the bloop is, we'll send
One
them,
time.
We'll send them a shirt.
Yep.
We'll send them 2 shirts. Fuck it, 3 shirts.
Yep. 3 shirts.
When our merch drops. So
One more time.
because I do want to know what that bloop is. It's
Me
fascinating.
too. Billy got
Tell him what Billy's wearing.
Carolina blue pants on with yellow stripes.
Yeah.
And the Yettas. The Yettas are Timberland boots.
Mhm.
They're like what color is the Yettas?
Wheat.
Wheat.
Wheat?
Yeah, wheat.
Wait. He got a red shirt on and a 1980 collared fish mosaic.
It's a Hawaiian.
That's not ain't nothing
a
Hawaii
Hawaiian.
about that, cousin.
It's a Hawaiian
It's
shit.
it's floral.
Of the ilk.
It's-
Best I can say is Billy don't know what the fuck he doing.
We love Billy, and you know what I think we saw today?
I don't not love Billy.
Yeah, you love Billy.
I love
we
Billy.
we got to return to Smart Billy today. This was a Smart Billy podcast.
He killed that shit.
We got I think Throwed Arian. I think that's what we got Throwed Arian today.
Not your fault, my fault.
Whatever. It's just I'm just calling it what it is.
Hella faded.
Throwed Arian and and Smart Billy today.
Yeah.
What a combination. I need a 1-word answer from you, Arian, and this will be the end of the episode.
Shoot.
What color underwear is Big T wearing? 1 word. 1 word. 1 word.
Yo.
You get 1 word. One
You know
word.
what?
No. 1 word.
I got you.
1 word.
Billy wildin' lately. I'm gonna go with maroon.
Maroon.
It's navy blue.
No.
Was that for the ocean?
No, well, I should have said yes, but no, it wasn't.
I love Big T's underwear. I really do.
It makes the episode.
It does make the
It makes the
episode.
episode.
All right.
Everything we talk about don't matter. It don't matter unless Billy.
Unless Billy,
No, Billy. It's Big T. Say, yo, this is what it is.
yep, Big T puts a period on it. All right, love you guys.